So, good morning, dancers of Moscow. I'm really delighted to be coming to Moscow again, and a big thank you to Natalie for organising this workshop, Kindness Is. I had such fun when I taught in Moscow last year in June 2017 with Alex. We co-created a workshop, and then I did some work on the Freedom Dance teacher training and got to meet many of you gorgeous dancers, and so I'm really excited to be dancing with some of you again and looking forward very much to meeting any new dancers that come in. And this is a workshop that is really open to everybody. This time the weekend is going to be a movement medicine workshop. And so what is movement medicine? Well, movement medicine, like Freedom Dance, is another form of what they call conscious dance, what's called conscious dance practice. Movement medicine is very much about, it's a body-based movement meditation, and it's about supporting us to really become the dancer that we are and to find ways of reconnecting to the different split off, broken parts of ourselves, and to come more deeply into relationship with our body, heart, mind. Because often, you know, we live our lives in our head, don't we, many of us, or we live our lives overwhelmed by our emotions and we can't think straight. You know, both of those things can happen. Or we live ourselves lives, you know, very much taken by the somatics of our body. So maybe we have lots of health challenges and we're dragged down by our body all of the time. So how to bring our body, heart and mind into a better alignment so that we're more related to all of ourselves, so that we're not so overwhelmed by all the shoulds and the shouldn'ts, and we can start to reconnect with the web of life, with nature, with the earth, the sky, the fire, the waters of life, is really a beautiful and deep journey. So this is really about embodiment, it's about the dance, and it's about learning to also find our passion, to find our creative response to life. So I'm really delighted to be bringing this. So on Friday the 21st of September we'll have an open movement medicine evening where absolutely everybody's welcome, whether you come to the weekend or not, just to get a taste of movement medicine and see whether it speaks to you, see whether it's something that calls you. And then the weekend is the 22nd and 23rd, I think, yes, the 22nd and 23rd of September. Natalie will be there with me, and Saraja and many other people, and I'm really looking forward to it. So the territory of the weekend is Kindness Is, and as you've probably seen, I've done another video on Kindness Is. That was for another workshop I did in Germany, but the subject is the same. So Kindness Is, for me, is really a deep inquiry into how I come into a much deeper, more compassionate and kind relationship with the parts of myself that are at war. You know, you should do this, you should do that, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do that. And as I've discovered in my life, there are really two aspects of kindness. One is more yin, much more allowing, accepting, opening to what is, and the other is more yang, more warrior-like, and has more intention and more focus. So we're going to be including both of these aspects of kindness. One is where we learn to come into a deep sense of acceptance of ourselves simply as we are. Simply as we are. Which for most of us is such a challenge, isn't it? Because there's always the bits that aren't right, that we've got to change, that we've got to sort out, that we've got to But to just actually drop the project of trying to change just for a moment and to widen a sense of just receiving ourselves, which, our dance helps us to do so beautifully, because it takes us out of the mind and into the body and into our emotions, and through the other side into a space of much greater stillness, much greater emptiness, and much greater sense of connectedness, as I say, to all things, and our own deep embodiment. And then the yang form of kindness, where we come into a creative relationship with ourselves, where we can really look at, where am I out of integrity? Where am I needing to make some changes? Where am I needing to find a way through my resistance, and to bring that into focus also. So, as always, movement medicine, as all conscious dance forms, is about the dance as well. Why do I dance? I dance for fun, for creativity, for connection, for playfulness, for relating. I dance to reclaim my creativity. I dance to reclaim my deeper sense of self, so that when I go back into my day-to-day life, I feel I have more resource or more ability to meet it in a new way, and many more things besides. So, yay, we're going to dance together. And one of the things that I really value doing is meeting every one of you and creating as safe a space as I can for us to be together with all that's different, and all that's the same. So all of ourselves that feel frightened and scared and edgy and difficult and not acceptable are welcome. And all the parts of us that are juicy and fantastic and ready to go are welcome. And we create a great big cooking pot, and I've no idea where we'll go, but I'm really excited. And a huge, huge thank you to Natalie for inviting me, and see you in September.